So this project is making headlines because of its revolutionary holistic design. What do you think makes this building stand out in Miami's luxury market?
So great question. One of the big things that our developer, YTech, really wanted to do was to create a team around Antonio Citerio. And Citerio
Okay.
is very well known as the practical or pragmatic architect, right? Um, so having him do both the architecture of the building and the interior design is able to create a continuity throughout the building that makes it so that you feel at home in every single part. From the moment that you arrive to our porte cochere, to our common areas, to even your private foyer, it's the same materials. So visually, there's no difference anywhere in the building from your apartment.
So this building has the biggest solar panel wall right now. What can you tell us about this innovation, or how is this going to help the residents?
So it's really exciting. Our developer built this building with the entire western facade, 500 photovoltaic integrated glass panels, which captures energy from the sun, and it creates about 170,000 kilowatts of energy
Wow.
for 80,000 square feet of common areas. So it helps out a lot in terms of our energy consumption. So it reduces the cost of association fees for a resident, which is an ongoing thing in Miami, and it also reduces our carbon footprint. So we're thinking about the future. We're thinking about this apartment and, Miami as a whole being not just for you,
Hmm.
but for generations after you.
Okay. So these floor plans are amazing. Talk to me a little bit more about the materials that are being used inside the units.
So our apartments, which features 11 feet of height minimum, terraces of, minimum 424 square feet, like huge terraces.
Hmm.
All of the materials are designed to last you 35 or more years. Our Glenny Design kitchens are award-winning kitchens designed by Antonio Citerio. The materials that we utilize are Pietro gray stone, warm wood countertops. The way even your fingers are. The area for pulling out the pantries, the cabinetry, is designed around your day to day.
Hmm.
So much so, our floors, which are this beautiful classico travertino, have bronze inlays, so the plaque of marble can't shift or expand even through time.
Okay.
It's not even porous. Like Antolini does it so that it won't absorb coffee, it won't absorb stains. And so it's a really beautiful design made for day to day.
It sounds like it'll last forever almost.
Yeah.
So these views are breathtaking. This is exactly what every unit is going to have. And how do you think this positions its value inside of Brickell?
The building is located on Brickell Avenue and 14th Street,
Mhm.
right? So it's very, very strategically positioned. It's close enough to the south to evade the traffic in the north, which I know, we all feel it,
Mhm.
but close enough to everything to have walkability.
Okay.
So especially for my northerners, which are, a little bit more used to walking around, especially with our great weather, you still have that. So aside from being, evading the traffic of the north,
Mhm.
maintaining walkability, having all the restaurants around you. You have Zizi, Chateau Zizi. So if you like Mexican food, it's great. It's a private club. You can meet other people. You have run clubs. You have banks. Actually, Brickell Avenue in and of itself is the highest concentration of banks in the United States. And we're in a very, very unique and very exclusive positioning here, So we're getting a lot of growth.
So how close do you think, or how close can you tell us that we are from the new financial district?
We're in the exclusive part of the financial district.
Perfect. What makes the payment structure attractive for buyers?
So one of the awesome things is that we only ask for 40% prior to closing and then 60% at closing.
Okay.
And that 40% can easily be broken down into payments to make it easier and more accessible for the resident to own the unit that they want to own and size that they want to own. Because believe me, by the time that we're finished, by the time you have equity, all of that equity in your apartment and the value has naturally grown across time, you're gonna want to upgrade your apartment.
Okay. So with what happened in '08, a lot of people are still very concerned in investing in developers and in buildings. What would you say to any buyer out there that would like to invest in 1428 Brickell? How is their money safe and secure if they were to purchase a unit here?
That's a really interesting question and one that we get asked quite often. And that is the reason why our down payments here in Miami are between 40 and 50%. And that is because even before groundbreaking, before construction, a developer has to have minimum 50% of the value of the construction of the building already in hand,
Hmm.
right? From their own assets. And on top of that, of course, the assets that are already in place in order to secure the loan. This means that Miami is cemented in cash.
Okay.
Any building that you see is cemented, literally cemented in cash, because a developer can't even begin a project unless they have that.
I hope everyone heard that because I do get asked that question 1,000 times.
Yeah. No, it's super interesting. But that's also why, after 2008, I think Miami was one of the first markets to bounce back, because when we started asking for these larger deposits, which people, would not walk away from,
Hmm.
and which, we as developers work super hard not to let you, default on, in terms of flexibility, in terms of everything. It started creating a very, very healthy market.
Good. So let's talk a little bit more about what the building has to offer in terms of how many bedrooms does, the unit start at, and what's the benefit of this?
So we really start with 2 bedrooms. There are no 1 bedrooms and there are no studios in the building. We did that, just looking at the market overall. There is going to be quite a few 1 bedrooms and studio apartments coming on market in the next few years.
Hmm.
And also, it reduces kind of the turnaround of any building. It makes it a lot more residential, which increases the value of buildings. I mean, if you look at them at the Brickell market across time, you'll have noticed that any building that is solely residential, that's 2 bedrooms plus, tends to have a greater value evaluation,
Okay.
let's say, across time.
Okay. Awesome. So like super exclusive.
Yeah, very exclusive.
So the penthouses are extraordinary. What special options are available for these units?
The kitchens of these penthouses, like when I tell you that they are the mega Rolls Royce of kitchens, they truly are.
Okay.
These are carved out of hand from one block of marble by the Vasselli family. It can be customized. In fact, if you want to go and pick out your block of marble for your kitchen, we can take you to Italy, so you can do that.
Oh.
And these are incredible kitchens. And on top of that, also carved out of stone are the Criterio design staircases, which are these beautiful sculptural pieces designed not to obstruct your view, but to be able to enhance it with a piece of artwork in the sky. They're beautiful. And our upper penthouse, of course, I mean, that's a 10,000 square foot apartment interior. Terraces of 3,000 square feet. Your closet is just as big as your master bedroom.
That's interesting.
Super interesting. I mean, I love it. And the flow of it, the illumination of it, everything is designed around the way that you live your day to day, where you're more likely to be at what point. The apartment actually adapts to your lifestyle.
And what floor is that on?
That is on floor 64 and 65.
Oh, wow. So you get 2 full floors of prime luxury living in Miami.
Oh, it's absolutely incredible. And you got to come by to see it.